Tina M Wright, Intuitive Beauty Babe. I'm out here. It's so nice. I'm out here and sitting by the tree, but I guess I can walk. I'm nervous, everybody. I must say, I'll be doing some intuitive tap, like, I'll be doing some big time stuff tonight. Like, I'm nervous right now. I was sitting and thinking about this. Here I am today. Hi, everybody. Tonight. Okay, I'm nervous. I'm sitting here and I'm really, really nervous because I am so nervous about the auction and how I'm going to do it, and is it going to be good, and will people tune in, will people even buy my art? I'm nervous because, like, promoting something like that is like, I am scared. I'm sitting and trying to figure out right now, like, how I'm just I'm going to pull this off by myself. I'm nervous. I am godsmack serious nervous. But I mean, you know, doing a three-way swivel and having, I'm gonna cry. Like, all three like social medias, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Like, there's no how can you say it? There's no option to failure, right? But failure itself, because if you think about failure, then you've never won a race, right? And so with me personally, hold on, let me adjust everything. I've got two pairs of glasses with me, everything. I'm just a ball of mess, right? Okay, so when I'm thinking about all this that I'm going to do on Tuesday, let me sit. Okay, hold on a minute, everybody. Let me sit glasses down right here. Let me just kind of, okay, so when I sit and think about all I have to prepare for Tuesday to get this honestly right, so I don't look like a freaking bumbling idiot, okay? I'm beyond shook. I'm beyond nervous, but hi honeys, how are you doing? But at the end of the day, if you do not think outside the box of life, you're not in the race, everybody. If you're afraid to step outside that comfort zone of anything in life, no matter who you are, there's even celebrities that really need a financial up, and they're so afraid of what people will say if they think outside the box on trying to make money, that they're just keeping it to themselves. And I'm God serious, people. You can't do that. This is time to live and trying to get your step and trying to make your grind and your money, right? And so, hold on, let me get my glasses. I brought two. I don't know which ones are going to look right. Hold on a second. Let me try to put these on. I found these the other day. And I haven't, I mean, they were in the car. These were in the car. Okay, so, and then if you think about this, everybody, you might not be able to see my eyeballs with that. Sorry, hold on a second. But if you think about this, everyone, this is a time to where everybody needs to step their game up to make money. Do you realize, everyone, we are actually heading into a recession? And if, I don't give a damn who you are. I don't care if you were a celebrity back in the day, a celebrity now. People need to step game up big time and think outside the box to make the coin now and put it back for later on. You know, every part of revenue that I will get, or if anybody buys any piece of art, do you realize I gotta hold that back for, like, for recession time, even though it's just me, right? I'm not just gonna go out and willy-nilly spend that money that I get from this art auction. I mean, I can't do that, everybody, even though it's just me. I gotta survive too. I gotta live too. But you gotta step your game up. If you are afraid to think outside the box, then you're losing the race. It doesn't matter if you are a celebrity or not. If you're not stepping up to the game of trying to do something to even elevate yourself, man, I'm telling you right now, hold on a second. Hold on, let me get these comments. Hold on a second. I know those people I probably have to bust up. Hold on. What's going on? Let me bust them up. Now what? Mummy, how you doing? Oh my God, thank you, thank you, thank you. Hi, everybody. Marine, Preacher, Kuma. Hi, everybody. Just everybody. Hi, I love you. I love everybody. Hi, Shoni. Hi, everybody. Okay, so here's the thing, everyone. If you gotta step it up to be something, you gotta do something. And so, how do you think these glasses are so greasy? I've been doing stuff all morning. This is no joke. You have no idea, everyone. I'm doing this art auction, this intuitive art auction for my tap art by myself. I am nervous. I asked Jason and other people like to be in the comments to help me like see what the bids are up to, and I mean it's just I'm nervous, but guess what? That's not deterring me. I am going to be doing all three. I'm doing the three-way swivel, and that is on. I will have everything, and right now I'm outside, so I'm not doing the three-way swivel right now until later on, but it will be on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook all simultaneously. The auction will be. I am beyond nervous. I am beyond nervous because, man, I'm telling you. Oh my God, are any of you going to be on the auction? I hope so. Is anybody going to be bidding on my art? I hope so. And everybody, when you bid on my art, you get the one-of-a-kind piece. Like, you get the original piece with all my writing on the back and all my scribble and everything, you know? And so, you know, you get that. You get, you get that, right? So you really do get that. And so, you know, I'm just a realist about stuff, everybody. I'm just nervous. Right? I'm just a girl in this world, everybody, trying to just sell her art, her skincare, cosmetics, and just live, and just live, right? And just be grateful to God, right, for waking me up. But you gotta sit and think about stuff, everyone. We're in this time now where it's not an option. Failure isn't an option for anyone. And thinking out the box is an option for everyone, everybody. It doesn't matter. There is, just like I said, there's celebrities out there that are celebrities with well-known names that need to think outside the box and use their name to make money. Their talent, their ability, and they're not doing that. Do you see them on any of these channels? Absolutely not. And I'm just kind of wondering why. It's craziness, right? But it's what you want. It's if you're hungry enough for it. I mean, you got to set your pride aside when we're talking about dollar signs and making money. People, you got to sit your notion that you're better than that aside, because nobody's better than that. You got to set your situation aside and say, no, I'm going for that. I'm going to get that. I'm going to do that. I'm going to be that. I'm going to live that. And when you think outside that beautiful box of life is when you finally realize that what were you afraid of? What driven you to fear of not doing something, right? Because if you think about it, we're all afraid of something. Like, we're just all a twinge of like nervousness to promote our products, to promote ourselves. But listen, if God gave you a talent, why are you not using that? Why are you being so afraid to show people your art? When you're an artist, I don't give a damn if you're famous or not. Why are you afraid of that? Why are you afraid to step outside the box and just, you know, why are you afraid to do that? I'm not afraid to do that. And I'll be damned if I'm afraid to, let's see, I'm just looking out for snakes as I'm walking along, everybody. And I'll be damned, right? I'm just trying to get a little ambiance going on. And I'll be damned if I care about what somebody thinks that I'm doing my little art hustle. Listen, I'm thinking, I'm a thinker outside the boxer. So when you think outside the box, no, you see your transformations, this good Tina, you're a good friend. Thank you, baby. Thank you, honey. Thank you, baby. So, you know, when you see people going for it, we're going for it. We're not sitting around waiting for tomorrow, the next day, or waiting for somebody because we're nervous. No, nervous is not an option, everybody. Nervousness is not an option. Did you hear me? Absolutely not. No. Tina's going for the gusto. Tina's getting her art sold. Tina's making her videos. Tina's going on the three-way swivel. And I'm nervous. Am I nervous? Absolutely damn right I am. I'm not an auctioneer. Do I know how to do an auction? Hells to the no. Am I going to learn? Hells to the yes. I'm going to learn real damn quick. I can tell you this much right now. But one thing I'm not is a quitter. One thing I will not do is back down. One thing I don't care is about what other people think. And if you're caring about any three of those things, of what people think and what they're talking about, and why you're, selling your art that way, and you're doing things the traditional way of letting it sit in an art gallery, and it's not working. Let me say this again. If you're doing these things, if you're an artist and you're letting your art sit in an art gallery, hoping that somebody walks past that fucking door or past that window where your art is, or where your art is at, right? You're missing a boat. You're missing a boat. Because 9 times out of 10, you got to step to the step. And I mean, you got to do what I'm doing. And you got to think outside the box. And if I'm opening this box for other people to step in and go for it, that is my goal also. Is because if I can do it and step to it, right? It doesn't matter, everybody. Even if you're a songwriter, if you're somebody that made a music and you're trying to promote it, and you're trying to promote album sales, do you realize that you're missing out if you don't do what I'm doing? Have a little auction. Have your merchandise. You are your own product. If you do not promote yourself, your product, who will believe in you if you don't believe in you? Listen, everybody, it's a new day. It's a new way. You got to start picking yourself up, and you actually have to start living life today. You got to start believing in yourself today. Everybody hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the like, because today's a new day. And Tuesday, everybody, next Tuesday is when my art show is at 8:30 p.m. And will I be nervous? Absolutely. Will I kind of fumble my words? Absolutely. Until I hit my grip and hit my stride. But if you don't try, you never know what's going to happen, everybody. You got to try something. I see so many people out there, so many of my friends that make different things and that are beautiful, are so afraid to step outside the box and feel what other people think. Well, guess what? You got to step outside that box and don't care what people think, because those people aren't paying your bills. And you're sitting and worrying about what they're saying and what they're doing, but they're not doing anything with their lives. And you're evolving and doing something with your life, right? So never be afraid. I don't give a damn if I'm talking to celebrities that have things that they want to get out there to promote. Don't worry about what people think. That's the first problem, everybody, with the society. Everybody worries about what people think. Everybody worries so much about what other people think that aren't even paying your bills. Do you realize that, everybody? Let me say this again. You're worried about what other people are thinking about you. But little do you know that you got to worry about what God's thinking about you. Little do you know that you have got to take the next step to glory for yourself, everybody. Because this life ain't no joke right here. We're heading into a recession. We're heading into uncertainty. And if you don't hit that grip and take that step for yourself, don't expect anybody else to. And I'm not lying to you. Don't expect anybody else to hit that grip for you, everybody. Don't expect that. You got to think outside the box on your own, and you have to just do it. And so that's what I'm here to tell you. Never give up, but you got to just do it. You got to be your own warrior, right? Because in life, money, if it doesn't make sense, everybody, it doesn't make money. Think about this. If it ain't making sense, it ain't making money. And if what you're doing ain't making sense, It is not making money, okay? And if it, and so why worry about it? Why focus on it? Why are you beating yourself up over the head for something that it's not making sense, therefore it's not making money, therefore it's not making you money, therefore it's not elevating you? Who am I talking to today? Come on, people. Come on, come on. But I don't want to hang on too long because everybody got off. And this is too beautiful of a day to just waste trying to just, I'm not doubting anybody, and I'm not putting anyone down. I'm just saying that if it's not making sense, it's not making money. And if it does make sense and it's not making money, then there's no sense in doing it. There's so many different variables. But I'm going to show you the tree instead of me. You can talk to a tree. So there's so many variables to this, everyone. It's like talking to this tree. And does that tree have purpose? Absolutely. It's growing. And do you realize trees have purpose? Because these leaves absorb the oxygen. They absorb all this pollutants and stuff. So that, trees and stuff, foliage are like kidneys, to our world. They absorb all that stuff so we can breathe good, right? So everything has a purpose. You have purpose. You have life in you. You have drive. You have determination to be whatever you want to be. It doesn't matter how small your dream is. It doesn't matter how large your dream is. Something's about to move, everybody. Something's about to shift. This is shifting time. This is moving time. This is time for you to let go and take it to the next level. And I want to see all of you stepping out of your comfort zone and doing whatever it is to be successful. If you know how to make something, then you be something. If you know how to do something, even if you know how to work on cars, make a video of you up underneath that hood working on a car. How hard is it? To be successful, it's like picking up something and going, I can do this. It's taking the first step. It's taking the first step of picking up something that's heavy and going, okay, I'm going to do something with this. And then you put it back down because guess what? You're going to do it. You already got the motion, right? It's taking that first initial step. And if you don't take that initial step, don't expect other people to take that for you. I love this spot here. When I move, I'll miss this spot. Just standing underneath this tree, right? But everybody, I know I'm talking too much. Maybe I'm not even resonating with a lot of you, but I just wanted to let all of you know that in this life, there is no, we're not guaranteed tomorrow. We're guaranteed right now, right this time, right now that we're living is what we're guaranteed, right? Why not make the best of it? Why not do the best for yourself, for your business? Why not step outside the box? Why not just do it? And I know everybody got off, but I don't care. I don't care. Because people need to hear things that hurt. People need to hear things that are going to move their soul to do something, right? Because if your soul is not moved to do something, then you will never do it. Everybody, I'm here to tell you, if your soul is not moved to do something, you are not going to do it. You're going to sit and wonder why everybody else is doing something, why everybody else is creating something, and you're not doing nothing with it. And you're going to sit and go, man, well, you know what? I do art, but I wish I would have thought about that auction. And you probably have people around you that can literally help you with that auction. I don't. It's just me doing this auction. So you know what, everyone? Today is a new day to pick yourself up, get a fresh start going. I want to see everybody doing something for their business. If you're making something, if you're an artist, do something with that. Show people your work. How are you letting it just sit there and hoping that somebody walks past that art gallery window, and you're sitting there hoping that somebody walks past the art gallery window and looks in and goes, wow, I'd like to buy that. Nobody has time for that, everybody. No one has time for that. You know, that woulda, coulda, shoulda thinking. Because it's not like that in life, you know. Because if you want something so insane, right? And you want something to happen, what is the first steps to getting what you want? Is you have to take action and you have to do it. It doesn't matter who you are. It's taking that initial first step that's the hardest step ever. It's like picking up a stone and going, can I pick it up? Is it too heavy? But you know what? If you don't try to pick that stone up, you will never know how heavy it is until you pick it up and you walk with it. And you carry that stone in your hand and you go, oh my God, I can do this. Until you take the dire first steps, you will never know what you're capable of doing, everybody. And I am nervous. Am I nervous taking this first step and thinking so dire straits outside the box? Because I don't want my art to just sit there. I don't want my art to just sit there. Absolutely not. Do you want your art to just sit there? Or are you going to take the necessary steps to start a live auction? You never know how much money you're going to make. You don't know what you're going to do. And you're sitting there on your art, it's just sitting there, and you're going, wow. But I never thought about that. But I'm nervous. But I'm nervous too. I am butt-ass nervous. I am so nervous. I was sitting about this today. I was sitting and thinking about my art auction today as I'm putting numbers on everything, giving it its own serial numbers. And I'm sitting there thinking, God, I'm nervous. I'm nervous, God. I'm going to mess up. I'm going to flop up. But I'm not going to give up, right? Because giving up is not an option. It's not an option, because I want to open that door for everyone else to go, wow, she did it. Now I can do this. Because people that take the first step of something, you know what, that opens the door and it shows other people that, wow, they can do it. And some of you will do it way better than me. I can tell you that right now. Some of you will do a live art auction better than me. Probably make way more money than me. You know, I guarantee you. But guess what? If I inspired anyone to take that first step of doing it, just physically just doing it, that's all that matters to me. I mean, I want all of you to, if you're doing art, take that first step. If you have jewelry, take that first step in selling it. Why are you letting it sit on the shelf for? Why are you letting it sit on the shelf? Do a little auction. Have a little auction for your jewelry. Start it out at a price. Go for it. Just go for it. You don't know what's going to happen, everybody. You don't know what's going to happen until you just try, right? Because trying is succeeding, everyone. When you succeed, you're trying. Because you're trying to do the best that you can. And no one can take that away. No one can take that away when you're trying. Because you're trying to do better, to live better, right? And so when you take that first step, that's like being a goalie. I mean, we're purpose-driven goalies on here, goalie warriors on here. And all of my goalies, I want every single one of you. It doesn't matter what you make. It doesn't matter what you make, okay? Like, I mean, physically design, physically make. I want all of you to try and do this auction. I'm not joking you. I mean, I'm thinking square out of the box. And I want all of you to think outside the box also, because that's the beautiful thing when we can do this and when we can think outside the box. I guess I'll walk over here at my neighbor man's yard too. I told him I'm making the video, so let me just... when we can think outside the box without being afraid, right? Can you imagine what we're accomplishing? Can you imagine what we're doing? Can you imagine how we're living, everybody, when we can just take ourselves out of the comfort zone, out of that safety box that we're living in, right? I mean, can you imagine how much art you'll sell? No, I'm thinking about this. How much art you're going to sell? How many pieces you're going to get rid of that you were sitting there and going, okay, well, it's in the window of that showroom, right? Or it's at my house sitting, and I'm just praying that someday I'll have the courage to, you know what I mean, sell that. Anybody got time for that, everybody? Do you have time for that? Absolutely not. You got to step your A game up, left, right, sideways. Because, you know, as an artist, you are your own plateau. You are your own stage. And that as an artist, we are liberated to think way so far outside the box. And that's the beautiful thing, right? Any kind of artist, whether you're making music, it doesn't matter, singing. Think outside the box, everybody. And if you're a singer, that's a whole nother thing, everybody. That's a whole nother thing. Have concerts, you know? Have little concerts on live. Bring everybody in, you know? Let them donate. Let them donate for the ticket price, whatever. Hey, I would, if I could sing, let me tell you something right now, I'd be breaking it down. I'd be like, come on in. I'd be breaking them tunes down so hard, freestyling it big time, showing everybody what I'm working with, right? But no, I don't never see nobody doing that. I don't never see nobody doing that. Instead, everybody's so afraid to do what they got to do. And that's sad, everybody. We're living in sad times. But guess what? I want to inspire all of you, because Tuesday is going to be incredible. And when I say incredible, it's going to be incredible because we're thinking outside the box. We're going all the way. I'm going all the way with the auction. I'm nervous. I don't even know who's going to buy anything, what's going to happen. And that is the beauty of stepping out, right? That's the beauty of it, everyone, is when you don't know what's going to happen, but you know you put your heart and your soul into it. You know you done one on every social media avenue possible and promoted it. You know that you done your legwork. You know that you're laying everything out for that foundation to be so great, right? Sorry about that. Now the wind's blowing. And you know that you laid your foundation out so great. And now it's time for that foundation to rock. It's time for that foundation to rock. It's time for you to pick yourself up. It's time for you to do the step. It's for yourself. It's for your product. It's for all, right? So you can't give up. You can't give up, everybody. So with that being said, have a blessed Saturday. I will be on tonight at 8:30 p.m. tapping out some art, talking to all of you, getting a shake out of the shake. Because see, I still gotta practice, everybody. I still gotta flow my flow and still practice. And I've done a practice speech, a video, you know, and flowing and going like that. Because listen, tonight I'm still gonna be practicing. You know, you have to practice. Practice is perfect. And if you don't practice, you don't know where you're going, right? So I'll see you then, everybody. I love you. Thank you for watching this video. Stay tuned. You don't want to miss a thing, everyone. This is goalie warrior status, that we're going higher. We're going to the top of our game, and we're not backing down, right? We're a goalie warriors on here, everyone. Let everybody know your name, everybody. No matter how your name is, let people know what you're working with. Let them know who you are and what you got to offer, right? So with that being said, I'll see you when I see you. I'll see you tonight at 8:30, or I'll be on to hit the grip and talk about some different things. And so I'll see you then.